force feedback settings are very important for drivability in any sim. So I'm going to show my force feedback settings for this sim. Max wheel angle, the default is 540. I don't know exactly how it matches up with the real rally car, but it's a nice short steering ratio. Overall force, that's the maximum force that the motors will put out via the sim. I don't know if it's the actual maximum force of the wheel, but it's the maximum force that the simulator will allow. And then I have self-aligning torque at the maximum torque, or maximum force, to where I can still feel the soft lock. So the max wheel angle is less than my full 900 degrees on the G29. And when I hit the end of the 540 degrees, I hit a soft lock that's simulated by the motor. And if my self-aligning torque is too high, then I can't feel the soft lock and I waste energy turning the wheel too far. And so this is at the maximum setting I can have it and still feel the soft lock. The tire load, I'm not sure exactly what this is, but I've tried it at every setting and I found that 75 worked best for me. I think it's just, what would it be? Tire load. Anyway, 75 was the setting that I chose. Self-center, that's how much the steering wheel wants to stay in the center while going straight. If it's set too high, then the steering wheel will want to bounce back and forth in the center while going straight, and it causes a lot of the tank slapper moments at high speed. So I set it to the minimum setting I could have it and still have a centering force, which I like. I like having a centering force on the wheel. And then this is recenter force, which is different from center force, self-center force. As it says right here, you can read it. Reset your steering wheel position to the default at the start of the race and after respawning. So basically, after you crash or respawn, the steering wheel will want to be in the center instead of turn to the left or turn to the right. Vibration, I don't necessarily like vibration that much. I don't think that this feature is available on the G29, or it's very, very minimal. I don't notice it. But I'd always remove tire slip. It's some people like tire slip feedback. I don't. I just pay attention to the amount of understeer that I get from turning the wheel. I noticed that any kind of tire slip simulation or force feedback simulation reduces the amount of force that the steering wheel puts out, and that prevents accurate countersteer inputs when in an oversteering situation, which is really hard to catch the car when there's tire slip force feedback reduction. And I don't like vibration that much anyway, so I've turned tire slip down to 0. Suspension, it's fine. I think that's mostly about the bumps, and I like a little bit of feedback on the bumps. Ground surface, I left everything else default, but tire slip is the main one. Anyway, those are the settings. Till the next one.